And time to time, I bring up PewDiePie because I'm jealous of him. He was someone who actually watched my old videos, got the idea, not just on me, but I'm sure he watched others as well, but got the idea to do the kind of on-the-fly commentary on live gameplay, right? Basically did his own spin on it, having a face cam, screaming at horror games, acting like a fool, and he blew up and became a multi-millionaire doing silly shit on the internet. And someone actually over the years having made a concerted effort, all right, to pull me into their world of shit. Rich, I'm sorry for you right now. Right now, if one person offered to pay Rich $10,000 to take a shit live on stream, Rich would drop his fucking pants. I warned you. I tried to be nice to you. I tried to be reasonable with you. You didn't want to be a reasonable person. You just wanted to get clickbait views on your garbage content on my behalf. So as of now, I'm laying down the law, and this segment I'm about to do on this podcast, all right, will be the end-all be-all of what I have to say about you. After today, I never even want to hear about you ever again. You don't exist to me, okay? There's one thing, you heard me annoyed. There's times when you've heard me slam a controller. I'm pissed, all right? So, Rich, you did this to yourself. Views. I don't want to be Mr. Views. I need banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, squeeze the peel, it comes in, squeeze banana. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Darkside Phil. Today is Tuesday, the 9th of August, 2022, and this is the Level 1 Podcast. We're here, busy having fun, way down there on Level 1, right?
My God, they're so cringe.
Yeah, I like days like today because being an internet content creator who has an interactive audience.
Okay then. Yeah, it would be nice if you guys would like focus on the game and stop talking about every possible thing under the sun except the game. Just saying. You know, everyone's derailing. I'm trying to be nice.
On a day like today, I'd be super pumped and positive. I'd be jumping, raring to go on stream today. I'd be in a great mood.
This is cool because I'm getting that positive vibe that I had for most of 2017. I'm getting it back now. But now I'm getting that groove back, getting that vibe back. I'm ready for fun stuff. I hope you guys are ready too.
And indeed I was when I woke up. Until I opened up the internet on my phone and I saw a video from ReviewTech USA, completely drama, bullshit, nonsense, the usual shit from this guy.
And or drama video makers, which I'm not. I'm not going to do just constant drama video. I like playing games and having fun with them and sharing those raw experiences with you guys and gals.
And at this point, I've had enough, all right? I hate the fact that I even have to bring this up on my own content because as you guys know, and I will apologize in advance to my regular viewers and audience here, all right? I don't like being involved in drama. I never have, and I never will. I have not been a drama channel ever, right? The few times that people tried to get me to dabble in drama, I try to recuse myself from it, whatever the word is. I can't even think of the word right now, but I try to stay out of it. Seems like everyone else on the internet can't keep my name out of their mouths, right? I live rent-free in the heads of so many people on this planet for some odd reason. Because let's be honest, if people didn't come to my channel to talk about other content creators, would I ever mention them? Would I have ever brought up Wings of Redemption, LTG, ReviewTech USA, Keemstar, any of these other names that have been dramatic references, right? If they had never mentioned me first. And the answer is no. You know, out of all the content creators out there, very few times have I ever really brought up people in any kind of a dramatic light. I've admitted publicly over the years someone like PewDiePie, sure, on camera, and he became filthy rich acting like a pussy, okay? Wow, you're so fucking respectable, and you're such a guy that should be looked up to because you acted like a fucking pussy because you're a skinny little Swedish, basically a little wimp, acting like a dumb fuck on camera, and you ruined YouTube for everyone, right? And look at all the shit he's done. He had ad revenue leaving YouTube because of shit that he's done. He's fucked it up for everybody, but that's okay because he lives in his fucking mansion, you know? So why would he give a fuck that he has any responsibility to anyone on YouTube, right? Why? Because I'm jealous of PewDiePie. You know, I was a content creator before him. He was someone who actually watched my old videos, got the idea, not just on me, but I'm sure he watched others as well, but got the idea to do the kind of on-the-fly commentary on live gameplay, right? Basically did his own spin on it, having a face cam, screaming at horror games, acting like a fool, and he blew up and became a multi-millionaire doing silly shit on the internet. Tastes. I like people who are honest in themselves. I don't like people who's portraying a character, people who are acting for the camera, people who are trying to overdo it. For example, the content creators who scream at the top of their lungs every time they play a horror game, even though nothing's really scary. The content creators who dress up in really brightly colored things. They dye their hair neon colors. Why are they doing that? Because they're trying to look like cartoon characters to attract children to their... And time to time, I bring up PewDiePie because I'm jealous of him. All right? And I can actively admit that as a man and tell you I'm jealous of the guy, that he blew up and he has a great life and he's wealthy or whatever. And there's a few others as well over the years who I've brought up. But let's be very honest about this. In the last many years, right, how often do I really bring up other content creators? Almost never. And usually it's only in direct response to either them bringing me up first or people bringing them up on my streams and asking me questions about them. Now that I'm an interactive content creator, right, I'll answer your questions. If you ask me an honest question, I'll give you an honest answer. But in general, I just sit here on my own stream, on my own YouTube channel. I'm on my own business. I put out my own content, and that's all I care about, right? So that's what I like doing. Sadly, there are people who want to drag me into their own drama universes for various different reasons, usually for personal gain, okay? ReviewTechUSA is definitely one of them, all right? And today, sadly, I have to take a giant portion of my episode of the Level 1 podcast to talk about this guy. Less drama, more fun, and more enjoying gaming together than anything else. That's been my focus this year, okay? Because over the last several months, he has made it an actual conscious effort to ingrain himself into my content. He comes on my streams, right? He contributes to make pop-ups so he can say things on my streams. He's talked about me constantly in his own channel. And this is not anything new. And we'll talk about that on today's episode of the Level 1 podcast. However, today is the end-all be-all of it, because today Rich made a video and revealed his true colors to the internet. All right? I think his intentions at this point, it's indisputable to see where his intentions are at this point. Okay? And at this point, I've had enough.
I mean, seriously. I've had enough.
I'm tired of this guy trying to involve me in his shit for personal gain. And today I'm laying down the law and saying my final matter, or my final statement on the matter. Okay? But let's actually get through the normal stuff of the podcast first before we get to that, so that way it doesn't get lost. You know, all of us here are here to have a good time. There's still going to be great gameplay after this shit ends. All right? But sadly, I have to address this today to put a stop to it and put an end to it because I've had enough. All right? Rich has no fucking idea. All right? He has no concept. Because you guys have really never seen me angry before. Okay? Over the years, there's been some things that piss me off, and you've seen a little irking. Oh, I slam my controller when I'm playing God of War. Or, oh, you know, I'm so angry because this guy made a negative video about me or whatever. There's a difference between I'm a little bit peeved, and you see that come through, and someone actually over the years having made a concerted effort, all right, to pull me into their world of shit. Rich, I'm sorry for you right now. Oh, no, you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. You motherfucker. Anyway, we'll get to that in a moment. I've never taken platform fighters seriously before. I just haven't. all right? Especially with Smash. For me, it was like, oh, it's a joke. I'll play it for a little bit, and then, you know, I'm probably never going to play it again. In this game, I actually like this game so far. Now, it's only 2 weeks in, all right? This could change. But for now, I really like the game. And there are people who understand that. But sadly, it just seems like there's this prejudiced mentality in my viewer base against it, thinking that it's just a Smash knockoff, and therefore I wish Phil wouldn't play it as much, or I wish Phil wouldn't want people to support his streams of it because we don't like it. And it's like, you asked me for years and years, try to take another fighter seriously other than old school Street Fighter. A new one comes out that actually I'm like, oh, this is something that maybe I can get into. Maybe I'll actually give it an honest shot trying to play it and like it, maybe eventually get good at it. It's going to take a long time because I only play it 2-3 times a week tops. But, you know, I'm digging it. Oh, well, in this case, that's not what we wanted. Even though we asked for that for years and years and years, maybe we misspoke. Like, no, it's bullshit. What it is you want it both ways. You want to complain that I'm playing old school games, but then when I pick one that I actually like and I want to play, oh, well, actually, that's not what we wanted to begin with. So here's what I have to say about that. Fuck that shit. Okay? No, really. Fuck that shit. All right?
Fuck all that shit.
Here's the deal. Okay? I like Multiversus and I want to keep playing it, but I need buy-in from my audience. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to get to the subject matter at hand. All right? And then after that, we're going to do shout-outs for contributions and end the show. I basically saved an hour for this. Okay? I don't know if it's going to go an hour. I hope not. All right, but excuse me. Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been around for 14 years making content on the internet. I've seen highs and lows, ups and downs. I certainly have a storied history on YouTube and on Twitch as both a content creator that is, you know, on-demand content and a live streamer. I've been there, done that. All right, and I've seen a lot of contemporaries come and go in my time as a content creator. All right. Rich, also known as ReviewTech USA. You guys know me, and you know the kind of content creator I am, right? I keep to myself. I very rarely reach outside of the realm of my own stream, my own channel, right? I don't do collaborations with other YouTubers, right? There's no crossovers. There's no podcast that I regularly appear on as a guest. There's none of that, right? It's just I'm here every day on a stream, talking with you guys, chilling, relaxing, having a good time with my audience. The personal interactions we have mean the world to me. That's all I ever aspire to have. I'm not looking to ever get bigger. I just want to be happy doing what I love and be able to make a living doing it and not have to worry about all this kind of shit. But in the case of ReviewTech USA, all right, this is a guy who, even though I never really had any contact with the guy or any interaction, over the years, always seems to bring me up in his content, okay? Most of the time in a negative light, although there have definitely been exceptions to that, okay? There have been times when he actually does bring me up in a positive light and or seems to stick up for me dependent on a situation, all right? More often than not, this guy will cover you in a negative light whenever it's a slow day for him in order to have something to talk about in his content, all right? And the reason that I feel that this is kind of sad, all right, is here's why. As you guys know, all right, as a content creator, I've pretty much done the same thing for 14 years. I cover video games. I play them from start to finish. I do live commentary on them, and I share that with you. Now, definitely that's changed over the years. I went from being on demand to live streaming. I went from ignoring my streaming audience to having full interaction with my streaming audience. All right, could you guys, like, stop derailing the fucking chat? I mean it. Like, no one in the chat is talking about the game or me. So I've had enough. Just shut it the fuck up with the bullshit, the drama. I don't want to hear about it. I seriously don't. I'm tired of this fucking bullshit. If you're not here for the fucking game, then leave. If you're here to talk drama, get the fuck out, man.
Eyes up! Ordnance dropping from orbit.
These days, I'm diversifying my content. I'm doing some React content. I'm doing more marathon-style content. We got new series branching out from old series, like Feasting with the King, as opposed to just DSP tries it, right? I've been telling you guys I do want to eventually branch out and do more variety of content in the long term, because I know I'm 40 years old and I can't just game constantly, all right? Rich is a sad story. All right? At least in my opinion. And what I should tell you here is that everything I'm about to say is my opinion. Okay? It's not fact. It's my subjective opinion. I must preface it saying that. This is not me saying this is objectively the end all be all. If you like ReviewTech USA and you like the content he puts out, good for you. Enjoy it. I'm not here to tell you not to watch the guy. I'm not here to take $1 out of this guy's pocket or review off of any of his videos or streams. Let him be successful. I don't care. All right? However, Rich has made a concerted effort to pull me into his world many times over the years, which I'm about to talk about. And recently, he's actually made a concerted effort to try to pull himself into my own streams and content, which I don't appreciate, because then he always tries to spin it into a way that he gets over and gets something positive out of it, while I end up being basically the victim of the situation, and I'm the one that has to put up with the negative backlash. Today, that ends. Okay? Like I said earlier, there's one thing, you heard me annoyed. There's times when you've heard me slam a controller. I'm pissed. All right? So, Rich, you did this to yourself. I warned you. I tried to be nice to you. I tried to be reasonable with you. You didn't want to be a reasonable person. You just wanted to get clickbait views on your garbage content basically on my behalf. So as of now, I'm laying down the law. And this segment I'm about to do on this podcast, all right, will be the end-all be-all of what I have to say about you. After today, I never even want to hear about you ever again. You don't exist to me, okay? You know, when I started out as a YouTuber, it was the days of milk and honey. And what I mean by that is the ad revenue was flowing like a fucking river. You could put out a video that would get 50,000 views and you'd make hundreds of dollars on it. So I would go buy a sandwich from Burger King, eat it, put the video out, and make $200. Holy shit. And I didn't put any effort into it. I was just fucking around and I made $200 on a video. All right? But over time, that all went away. And so Rich, who wanted to be a reviewer of tech on YouTube, struggled being a reviewer of tech on YouTube when he saw all of his contemporaries changing. Everyone around him had to become drama. All right? Now, I'm not saying that Rich didn't always talk about current events and things. He did. But that was not the major focus of what he wanted to do on YouTube. Why was his name ReviewTech USA? Because he wanted to review technology, but he couldn't make a living doing it after a while. At first he was, all right? But then, out of all that time period of when everything around him is this algorithm, right? He has to change. So, what ends up happening is that he starts looking at his contemporaries. He starts looking at guys like Drama Alert and Keemstar. And he starts seeing, man, if I just talk about news stories every day and I give my spin on them, right, then I could get views just based on that. And you know what? Shit, that's a lot easier than doing in-depth reviews of technology. And by the way, it's becoming more popular than my actual review content. Me being a techie guy and reviewing stuff isn't popular anymore. I need to adapt with the times, and I need to become like these other drama queens on YouTube. Okay? Drama queens. He cheered again. He goes, it was the head of the FTC that said in a press conference, they're going to fine you $42,000. Stop it. Why are people such fucking drama queens? The FTC will be fining 0 fucking people on YouTube $40,000 for putting up a video on YouTube. 0. Over the years, Rich went from someone who wanted to put out legitimate content to someone who literally just wanted to make a buck. And he doesn't care what kind of content he puts out anymore as long as he's making a living doing it. And essentially, what Rich has become over the years has been a true to his heart kind of a guy who makes stuff that he loves into a really bad, generic, knock-off Keemstar. That's what he is. Take a look at everything Rich does and tell me that he doesn't wish upon a fucking star every night that he would wake up the next day and he would be Keemstar. He would have the beard, he would live in the giant mansion, he would drive the fancy car. My God, does he wish that he was Keemstar. Every piece of evidence over the years of everything he's said and done leans towards that fact. That's who he aspires to be. He probably has a picture of Keemstar on his fucking bedroom ceiling, and he probably talks to him at night. Oh, I pray to Daddy Keem that tomorrow I could be more like you and get more clickbait views and do more shit. Because literally, that's his idol. Okay? Allow me to give you some examples of things that have happened over the years with me and ReviewTech, and why I'm bringing this up today and why I'm putting an end to it as of today. All right? I don't know the guy personally. I don't, you know, I never really had any collaboration, nothing with this guy at all. Yet, over the years, he just keeps bringing me up. Allow me to explain to you, all right, why this guy is the most untrustworthy, bipolar, one day he's your best friend, the next day he's your biggest enemy just to get over kind of guy. All right? I'll give you a perfect example. Okay. 6 years ago, the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me happened live on a stream.
Oh, yeah, I think that's Darkseid Phil. He was the guy that got caught for masturbating in front of children. You didn't even know the camera was on.
You know every inch of my dick
Are
and
you
balls,
the guy?
right? You know every inch of my dick and balls.
It's the guy watching his Twitch.
Is that really him? Is he the one that got caught?
Yes.
Really? He was the guy that got caught masturbating in front of children. I think he's like 30. He's
That's
like in
right.
his 30s or something. He's in his 30s and he did that in front of children.
That's right. Rich comes out. Now, Rich, again, someone who had brought me up in a negative light in his content before, despite the fact I never knew who he was. All right? Actually made a video about it and actually said positive things about me. He says, you know what? I think Phil will be fine. Even though this could be the most embarrassing thing possible to happen to someone, I think he'll be all right. He has a dedicated fan base who likes his content regardless. They're not going to care about this. And it seems like he's spinning it in a way that's a joke, which is exactly what he should be doing. I'm positive that he's going to come out of this. It's not going to be a problem. And I appreciate when something like that happens because, man, again, that was a low for me. The most embarrassing thing in my life to this point, that is definitely the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. And it could have been the end for me. And to see that he didn't dogpile on me like a lot of other people did, including Keemstar, okay, was actually a breath of fresh air, okay? And you think, wow, maybe this guy is a little different than the others. And then a month later, Rich makes a video on his channel, DSP Gaming is dying. His views are plummeting. His business is collapsing at the seams. Drastic action needed to rescue DSP Gaming or he will be gone from YouTube. What prompted this flippant attitude? Did I speak about ReviewTech USA in any negative way? No, I didn't. In fact, I think I even mentioned him. Maybe someone mentioned him on one of my streams or whatever, saying he made a positive video about me, and I was like, oh, great, or whatever. But the point I'm making here is he will literally flip on you on a dime if it's a slow day for him. If he feels that there's nothing for him to talk about, he'll turn on you and make a whole negative expose about you, regardless of the fact if it hurts you or not, to get personal gain. I really do feel like I've had this transformation, and this is like my second wave of content. Up until 2017, it was old Phil, and now this is a new, more evolved version of myself that you guys have seen over the last 5+ years. False, wrong, incorrect, negative, no, nay, absolutely not. Fuck that, Phil. You are a dirty, rotten liar. I don't want to dwell on it. I don't want to focus in on the negative things of my past. I want to be someone who looks forward towards a positive future because I've changed. To him, none of that matters. It's just that one embarrassing moment forever. That's his mindset. He's got the mindset of a child. He's got the mindset of an immature teenager who snickers and laughs at sexualized humor, who thinks it's funny to make jokes about kissing cocks and sucking cucumbers. He's got an insanely immature brain. And the thing is, he capitalizes on that by appealing to an immature crowd of viewers. They want to see him do dumb shit, and he degrades himself in front of that crowd for profit. He actually publicly states, I'm a lol cow, and I will ride that wave of lol cowness for personal benefit. Rather than, he doesn't understand, all right, that he changed from someone who was leaving behind a legacy of constructive, positive, meaningful content to literally a legacy of shit. He doesn't even care. As long as the money is rolling in every day, as long as that ka-ching comes in and it pays his bills, he actually doesn't give two shits about what he puts out there at all. All right? While everyone on Twitch was busy taking their clothes off, jumping in hot tubs, riding giant pickle ricks for money, I was doing the antithesis of that. I was putting clothes on. I was putting on glasses and vests and hats. Okay. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Alright. So ladies and gentlemen, I stopped recording for YouTube to give a quick update and let you guys know that I'm streaming for roughly 1 more hour here on the stream. Okay? I also want to give everyone a reminder. We're only at $23 in tips. And we're going to hit the tips goal for tonight. We've got quite a ways to go in just an hour and to keep the vest streak going. I also love when I do this, when I stop recording and I do it like this on stream, because it absolutely pisses the fuck off the haters. For some reason, they think that like a YouTuber who has no opportunity to contribute during the stream and obviously doesn't really care about the vest goal would want to hear this. And they're so angry that I cut this out of the video on YouTube. From now on, I'm purposely going to call this out and do it just like this, just to piss them off even fucking more. Every loser out there. So every loser out there, here's a shout out to you, you dumb fuck, no life piece of shit, stinky ass motherfuckers. I did a plug without recording it. Fuck you. Okay. Samson just tipped me $2. Said, have you ever? I was literally doing the parody, the anti-parody of the fucking sellout bullshit, the lowbrow sexualized nonsense they were doing. I did it on purpose as a way to show you don't have to degrade yourself to be successful. That's the easy way out if you have no fucking talent. That's what you do. If you have no meaningful content to put out, you do that shit. To Rich, it doesn't matter what he does any day. Right now, if one person offered to pay Rich $10,000 to take a shit live on stream, Rich would drop his fucking pants. Right now, he would do it. Because that's who he is. That's the content creator he is. All right? And it's sad, but it's true. He has no limits to where he'll go. To him, life is a joke. Okay? That's fucked up in my opinion. Me, I feel like I have responsibility that I put out meaningful content for you guys. You can come to my streams, have a chill time, have a great time. I'm not Mr. Popular, and I'm okay with that. As long as I have an audience that's focused on my content and likes the kind of stuff that I do, right? Then that's great. But the point is, I'm not going to degrade myself for a buck. All right, guys, so I'm going to be streaming for just over another hour, just so everybody knows. And right now, as you guys can see, we are at $28 in tips. So we got a ways to go if we're going to hit the vest goal tonight. Just throwing that out there. You want to see the vest streak continue. 57 straight streams. You don't want to see it end tonight. Please consider contributing via a tip. All right. I'm not giving a hint. I'm outright telling you guys, you know. Again, to me, I'm very happy that the vest streak has lasted as long as it did. I'm certainly not asking that it continue. But I'm just saying, if you want to see it continue, you know, you have to contribute, or else it's going to end tonight. And that's that. That's not who I am as a person. I have to be true to myself and true to my heart and the content that I put out. All right? Now, if you don't believe me, because you might not, all right? I had a conversation with ReviewTech. Okay? This was behind the scenes. It was not a publicized conversation. I'm not going to read it word for word because that would actually be wrong. But I'm going to paraphrase the conversation that I had with him. Okay? This was random because we were having a conversation completely about something unrelated to anything that we're talking about today. And out of nowhere, he hits me up with a comment saying, dude, you know what you should do? You know that embarrassing moment you had years ago? You should totally put that face on a shirt. You should sell that shirt for massive profits. Okay? You should. Because you'd really bank on that. And if that were me, and that was what I was known for on the internet, I would do that. Okay? That's what he said. You should sell your O face on a shirt for massive profits. Out of nowhere, he just says this. It wasn't like it was prompted. We weren't even talking about it. He just says this to me out of nowhere. Okay? Now, I'm not going to read you the entire way that I responded, but to say that I was a little upset would be an understatement. Like I said, whenever he has a slow night, it's Dark Side Phil night. Let's watch either his own streams or let's watch detractor content about him. It seems like I'm a third of his content. When there's nothing going on, it's Dark Side Phil time. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to say, you can't like this and like this. Because that's what they do. Keep in mind, every one of you, and I mean this too, every one of you, all right, every single one of you who went over there to one of their drama channels, all right, every one of you who went and, you know, looked at all that nonsense and basically, oh my God, you gave them exactly what they wanted. You allowed these people who are not legal professionals, who know nothing, who literally just talk out of their ass on a daily basis and speculate about drama, to get views and attention. You essentially paid them for nothing. And that's because you're stupid. I'm sorry. It just is. It's because you're stupid. More power to you. You're still welcome here. All right? But please understand, I want nothing to do with him. So please don't bring him up. I don't care what he did today. I don't care what he sucked, what he took off, what he shoved up his asshole, who he talked about negatively to get a I don't care. I don't want to be involved with his toxic shit on the internet. I have nothing to do with that man, and I never want to ever hear from him ever again. I'm above that shit. I am literally above that shit. What's funny is that shit has so much money in it, but I'm above it anyway. I don't need to deal with that. All right? So please, don't bring it up. All right? And understand, if you do bring it up once or twice, whatever, if you keep doing it and derail my chat, you're going to get moderated just like anyone else. It's right in the rules. It says don't bring up hater or detractor content. This guy has brought me up enough negatively in his shit that he could be considered that. I'm sorry, but he just could be. He just won't stop. So as of today, I don't want to hear about him anymore. Rich had the opportunity to apologize. I asked him to. He did not. Instead, he made another negative video about me. So he's done. All right? It's over. That's actually what spurred me to do this morning. He literally made yet another negative video about me instead of apologizing. So I'm done with him. No more. This is an end-all, be-all done. And now we can move on positively, okay, to the future. This is hilarious. Anime 109 says he watched one detractor video, now he's toxic. He's been doing this for 7 years. Go look at his channel. He keeps doing it. This is like a history, a chronic history of this guy doing this. This is not, oh, he watched one video. He's been doing this for 7 fucking years, dude. It's out of control. I don't even have to know he exists. All right? That would be the best case scenario for me. If I never hear RTU Rich Review Tech ever again in my life, I'd actually have a better life. So let's try to do that. Okay. Shout outs.
Shout outs.